Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I wanted to kind of go over what I plan to do today. We have, let me just turn the camera. When we bought the place, you can see kind of where my normal grass is and where the overgrowth starts. This is where my fence is going to be. And all of this is poison ivy, and I can't work this fence line over here because I'm really allergic to poison ivy. I had to bush hog this right when we moved in, and all of this was taller than I am. I'm 5'10", like a dummy, I went to start doing a control burn on it yesterday, but I'm so allergic to it, I stopped and thought, that's not a good idea. So here's what we're gonna do. So I have this PTO sprayer here that I picked up from Little Rock. It's used. I got it off of Facebook for really cheap. It comes with a wand, or I can flip the booms out off the back of the tractor and spray that way. And I went to Tractor Supply and bought 53.8% glyphosate, which I believe 2 tablespoons of that will make a gallon, depending on your application. From what I read in the instructions, though, I need to use, to kill poison ivy and poison oak, I need 1.5 quarts of that concentrate per gallon to make a gallon of solution. This is a 50-gallon sprayer, and so, you know, I need to use a little less than 25 quarts probably to make 50 gallons. And so that's kind of on today's agenda, hopefully, to get this sprayer hooked up, get it mixed up, and I may not need all 50 gallons worth of solution made. And so I may only need, let's see, there's 4 quarts to a gallon. That's a 2-gallon, 2.5 gallon jug. So that's 10 quarts. So anyways, yeah, that's, you know, roughly 5 or 6 gallons. I don't know. But anyways, so that's the plan for today. So stay tuned. You'll see that. All right, guys, we got the sprayer hooked up to the PTO. It's the next day because it rained all day yesterday. I realized after reading the instructions that I had actually read wrong. So 1.5 quarts of this glyphosate, 53.8%, 1.5 quarts will make 25 gallons. I have a 50-gallon tank, so I'm going to put 3 quarts in and then fill it with water. And so let's get it done. All right, guys, it's now day 3 of working on this sprayer. Let me show you guys what we've been trying to do here. So the biggest thing was I realized that the sprayer was sold without a pump. So I had to go to Tractor Supply and I bought a roller pump after getting on the phone with Femco sprayers to figure out exactly which sprayer I have. So I had to buy this 6-roller pump, which has a shaft, and then had to buy a roller coupler to connect to my PTO, which pumps the water through the sprayer. I got that all hooked up today. I got the pump and the coupler in yesterday. I went to Tractor Supply and bought the pump, but they didn't have the right coupler, so I had to order the coupler. It got here yesterday afternoon, and then after we did some things that evening, I realized I needed to go and buy these couplings for the hoses. So that's a 3/4 male to 3/4 hose end on the ins and outs of this pump. So I got it all hooked up, and it was really leaking water. I mean, you can see I had it up at 50, and I'm at 38 gallons or so now, 40 gallons. And the main I guess I'm at 40. You can see it sitting cockeyed. But once I started to spray, my out hose came out, which caused me to leak quite a bit. So I had to stop and tighten the hose clamp on it. And then the other thing I've been trying to fix was right here on the housing where my gauge is. I didn't realize it was cracked, or maybe it just cracked today from the pressure. I don't know. But when it finally started spraying, it started coming out of this crack. And I went to put Teflon tape around the gauge threads, but the gauge threads were, the plastic would just eat the Teflon off of the gauge threads. So I used PVC glue, and then I got some bathroom caulk to fill the crack in instead of buying a whole new housing. And so it looks like it's dried up. And so we're going to see exactly what improvements it made, if any. And I'm also wondering if maybe I'm just decreasing my pressure here. Maybe the pressure was high. I also took this off and I put Teflon tape here because it didn't have any, and I put Teflon tape right here at this connection because it didn't have any. Just trying to seal up the leaks. It's still dripping a little bit out that ball valve down there. It's probably going to kill my grass, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So I guess it's time we try for maybe the 3rd or 4th time now to get this sprayer up and running without any major leaks or problems or anything like that. And so let's see what we got. Okay guys, so it looks like I'm gonna have to put some more caulk on there. I know I could just go buy new housing, but I really don't want to. I've made so many trips already back and forth. But where the gauge threads in on the top, where you saw that I put that caulk on at the crack, it's actually causing the gauge threads to sit cockeyed. And because it won't hold Teflon tape, I'm just going to put caulk around the gauge. And so once that dries, I'll give you guys an update. All right, guys, so it is now the next day, Saturday morning. I gave that caulk all night to set and dry. So let's fire it up and see if we still have a leak. All right, guys, so it looks like we got another leak. We have a leak right here. And for some reason, it's acting like it's leaking right here, but we for sure probably just need to put some Teflon tape here. But it does look like it's wanting to still leak from right here. But I don't know if that's just, it might just be the pressure from this getting up here wet. So we'll start with this and see what we got. All right, guys, so I went ahead and added Teflon tape to what seemed like our main leak down here. Also went ahead and added some here just in case. It does look like maybe there might be some water dripping out right here where my thumb is at. But we'll see if that's anything major or not. So let's fire it up and see what we got. Fingers crossed we can spray. All of this is poison ivy. And I'm trying to get it ready for when a cow comes and our bull Oreo comes in October. And that's hard to do. So with a sprayer that constantly leaks. So let's see what we got. Alright guys, so as you can see, we had a minor leak there, but it looks like it stopped. And for some reason now, the pressure gauge started to read and now it's not reading. So now I just need to check and see what the issue is there. So let's take a look. Hey, it's started. We have a small leak, but it is spraying. All right guys, so as you can see, we have a small leak, but it's spraying. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray all this and then I'll see you guys afterwards. All right, guys, we just finished spraying. Figured I'd go ahead and explain to you guys. I may have at the beginning of the video, but it's been a couple days fiddling with the sprayer. But the main reason why I needed to spray all this is because I'm really, really allergic to poison ivy. And I can't even hardly do anything out here without getting poison ivy. I mean, all this you're looking at is poison ivy. I have boots on right now, so hopefully I don't get it. But the other reason is I need to clear all the brush off of this fence line because it is pushing my fence down to the ground. And so what I did was I sprayed all of this with the boom sprayer all the way over to my neighbors over there. And then I came back with my wand and I sprayed the fence line because this 53.8% glyphosate is supposed to kill brush as well. So I went over my fence line twice. That way it might be easier for me to clean it later, but you can, let me find a good spot to show you guys how the brush is damaging the fence. You can see right here. See how it's pushed down from that post there? This is all weighted down here with vines, so it's just really pushing my fence. And we have Oreo, our Black Angus bull, coming. I think he's half Charolais, half Angus. But he's coming in October, at the end of October. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of all this poison ivy everywhere you can see, and then come back and try to get grass to grow right here. But that's all going to be part of the process. But I have got to get this fence line cleared and fixed up and ready to contain a bull, and right now it is not. And so this was just part of trying to do that, and mainly trying to make it to where me and my wife and my kids and my mom don't get poison ivy if we come over here. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.